What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, managing editor, FightfulMMA.com, FightfulBoxing.com, and Fightful.com. Head over there. You can get it all. We also have those individualized MMA, wrestling, and boxing sections. And when we started Fightful.com in 2016, a big part of it was the crossover aspect. Lots of crossover between MMA and wrestling. We started to see some between MMA and boxing with Conor McGregor heading over and fighting Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather's not done. We're going to have this story as it progresses here on the Fightful MMA and Boxing YouTube. Subscribe now. You'll be entered to win a Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture signed photograph ahead of Chuck Liddell's MMA return. Leave a comment on any video to be eligible. Floyd Mayweather Jr. fighting once again. Here's the story as it appears on Fightful.com. Mayweather, the retired 50-0 champion who has reigned over the sport of boxing for the last 20 years, has signed with Rizin FF and will make his debut at Rizin 14 on New Year's Eve. Mayweather will face kickboxer Tenshin Nakazawa at the event, taking place at the Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Although Rizin is an MMA promotion, the rule set for this fight has not been announced. Mayweather said that they will talk about it over the next few weeks and said that he wanted to show his skill set as a fighter. I would be very surprised if he fought Tenshin in anything with a kick. If Tenshin is allowed a couple of kicks around, that's bad news for Floyd Mayweather. In the press conference tonight, announcing his involvement with Rizin, Mayweather said the relationship between he and the promotion will go beyond December 31st. He says, quote, "I'm very happy to be back in Tokyo. Couldn't choose a better company than Rizin. Rizin has done a remarkable job with the fighters. I look forward to giving you guys entertainment come December 31st. Our relationship with Rizin doesn't stop here. I look forward to taking this worldwide," end quote. Shortly before the press conference, Mayweather posted a photo on his Instagram of him wearing Rizin gloves. Mayweather has not fought in the past year since defeating Conor McGregor, but has hinted at returning to the ring, including a possible rematch against Manny Pacquiao, has also teased fighting Conor McGregor in MMA, but that would be a shock if that happened. A lot of questions about this. First off, who's paying Floyd Mayweather to fight there? Because I would be shocked if it were Rizin themselves. Now, we do have an inside track to Rizin. Our Fightful MMA podcast co-host, Showdown Joe Ferraro, is the announcer there, the play-by-play announcer. Frank Trigg, who formerly did a podcast here on Fightful.com, is a color commentator there. So Fightful, no stranger to Rizin, and we will be covering the event live as it happens. Let me tell you, if Nakazawa has a kicking game of any kind permitted in this fight, that is bad news for Floyd Mayweather. I cannot understate that enough. We're going to talk more about this on Tuesday during the Fightful MMA podcast that goes live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys join us for that. We have UFC 230 coverage. But hey, if you want your boxing news, you just click that tab. You get your boxing news. You want your MMA news, you click that tab. You get your MMA news. Same with wrestling. And if you want all of them, you click that beautiful Fightful logo and get them all. We have everything from interviews to videos, photos, podcasts, live news updates, results. I want to know what you guys think about this. Floyd Mayweather fighting in Rizin. As Mike Killam asks in the live chat, if he were going to take a fight with kicks allowed, why wouldn't he push for the McGregor UFC fight, which was a much bigger payday? Well, hey, you never know what could be the biggest payday, as we found out in WWE. You might just have one eccentric billionaire that says, I want you to come here and do this. You're serving as a loss leader. I mean, that's what Saudi Arabia is doing with WWE right now. They have the General Sports Authority over there who is viewing WWE as a loss leader to further some things there. That could be the case here, because I would be shocked if Rizin themselves were paying Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know how they could afford to be quite honest with you. Stone Osborne says, because Japan fixes fights, cough. I think it'd be pretty easy to tell on this one. The last really high-profile thing that seemed fishy to me was when they had the countdown. No, I'm not accusing this fight of being fixed by any stretch of the imagination, but when Fedor Emelianenko fought Satoshi Ishii a few years ago, and not like he needs a fight fixed there, but this fight was scheduled to go several more rounds. And as soon as Fedor knocks out Ishii, the New Year's countdown starts. And I'm thinking, was that going to happen during the fight if he didn't knock him out? Carlos Toro says, Combat Sports Crossover feels like it's at an all-time high. Strange yet exciting time in boxing and MMA and pro wrestling as well. I mean, you got Brock Lesnar winning the WWE Universal title and then heading over and fighting in the UFC soon. You got Ronda Rousey being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And not only is she in WWE, but she brought all of her friends too. They're all there. You have Matt Riddle, former UFC star, signing with WWE. I mean, you even had Tom Lawler like running things in MLW. But then over in MMA, you had CM Punk fighting. You know, that could do a lot better. Bobby Lashley jumps back and forth here and there. The boxing side of things, you've had the Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor situation, and now this. So yeah, it's pretty heavy right now. I'm actually very surprised that kickboxing hasn't taken off more in the States, but that is what it is. So Osborne says, we need Tyson Fury in the WWE. Man, I think he's a little too inconsistent for them, but I am excited to watch him fight Deontay Wilder, and that's our big reason why we started this new MMA and boxing channel. Please subscribe to it as we really launch this thing. Eventually, our podcast will be over here as well, but when I looked at the schedule and I looked at everything, and UFC released their first quarter 2019 schedule as well, you have ESPN paying a lot of money for a new deal. You have DAZN going after a lot of people, Bellator and Canelo. Canelo signing a huge deal. You have that huge Canelo Triple G fight. Who knows what will go next with that? Pacquiao's fighting somewhat regularly. Mayweather's back now. You have Wilder and Fury, and the winner hopefully facing Anthony Joshua. You have Conor McGregor back. Nate Diaz kind of back. George St. Pierre wants to come back. Brock Lesnar's back. John Jones is back. It's a good time. Killam says, Lesnar or Lashley in a shoot fight? Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar without a doubt. Although Bobby Lashley is better than anybody cares to give him credit for. Guys, we will have more on this Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Fightful MMA podcast. Leave us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We're out.